Hello, 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 hello. All right, so I hope this works. My computer is deciding again, I don't want to do this. I don't want to work. So hopefully this works. Announcement. It's snowing. I'm so excited it's snowing. And it may not stick because it's kind of cold, but kind of warm. I don't really know if it's going to stick or not, but it's yay. So today was a little bit hard at work. Like my job is kind of hard. And so there are people who are doing my job that have it much worse than me. So we all kind of like have it really bad in a way, but it's really great because it's hard, but it's so rewarding because I don't know. I enjoy the challenge. And so that's kind of like what I am good at is challenges about with kids because I usually with the kids with behavioral disorders, I kind of do pretty sometimes I feel like I'm bragging, but I do pretty good with them. And it seems like that's my gift. And so kids with behavioral disorders, like I seem to work really well with them. I think I just enjoy the challenge of trying to get to know them and figure them out. So it's a bit challenging. So let's find out. I mean, the temperature, let's see what it is exactly. What's the temperature today? Let's see what Siri says.
The high temperature today will be 34 degrees Fahrenheit and the low will be 21 degrees Fahrenheit.
And they don't have snow indicated, but it is snowing. They don't really show anything. They just show the moon and rain. Maybe that's snow because it's showing it at night. Oh, I see. It's supposed to snow tonight. I gotcha. Okay, so yes. So I'm very tired, like really tired. And it's only because I've been having to get up early every morning and be at the work at the same time. Like when I was doing other schools and stuff, I could be there at a different time. So that really works better for me. Like when it's different times, 9:30, 10:30, 10, 9. 9 is like the best. Or, 10 of course is the best, but 9 is good. But 8:30 it's hard on me. So I'm getting used to it, but I'm so tired. And so I do know that I'm getting used to it though, because at night I used to get so tired and now I'm not getting quite as tired at night for the most part. Okay, so we're going to continue in Romans and I need to look it up here in my notes and in my notes. Let's see. So tonight I get a massage and I'm so excited because I'm really going to hope that they do a better job than they did last time because usually they do pretty good, but I was not happy with the last time because she did my legs too hard and then I was so sore and like I was not happy, and apparently that massager is not there anymore. So I didn't like that they switched us. They usually don't do that. We usually have our set massagers and like we may pick a different one for the next time, but we usually have the same one that we picked the week or the month prior, and they switched at the last minute, and I didn't like that. And so I didn't say anything because I thought maybe that's what they do sometimes, but I did not like that at all. So, yes. So, I just wonder about some of these kids. Like, I wonder how their parents are. I mean, I really hope that the parents are getting the help because they have it maybe a little because they have them all night. And so they probably never get any sleep. And so, like, I'm really trying to put myself in their shoes as to how the parents have to deal with these children. So, yeah, it really kind of ties in with pretty much how you would want to be treated. You don't want to be kicked. You don't want to be hit. You just need redirection. And it's hard. It's hard, but it's fun. I mean, I like it. I don't know. There are a lot of people who couldn't handle what we're doing. And I mean, the main teacher, wow, she's amazing. So, yeah, she probably is tired too all the time. Okay, so let's start in Romans 1:27-32. But first, we're going to pray. Lord Jesus, I pray that you would be with this broadcast and that you would help me to emulate you and that this broadcast will be all about you now that it's working. Amen. All right, so my computer has decided it's going to work, and I'm going to really hope to get this done because the last time that I tried, well, not the last time, but the time before, I tried to do this, it quit in the middle. So, okay, so Romans 1:27-32. It was because of their wanting to have idols and because of them wanting to engage in homosexuality. God let them do it. This goes back to the free will that I keep ranting about. They didn't think it was worth their while to be faithful to God anymore. Verse 28. He gave them over to their depraved mind. Verse 29-31 says, they became filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, insolent, arrogant, and boastful. They invent ways of doing evil. They disobey their parents. They are senseless, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Even though they did know better, they did it anyway. Verse 32 says that these things deserve death. They not only continued this behavior, but condoned others who did it. This is a quote from my Bible. What is God's judgment? The Bible teaches that someday God will punish people who sin. This is what God's judgment means. But God does not punish right away. He is waiting to give each person a chance to know Jesus and have his or her sins forgiven. Sometimes people think they are not good enough right now for God and his mercy. This is so untrue. Some churches have a policy where they accept people for who they are. Come as you are is their motto. I love this because this is how really we're supposed to be. We are supposed to accept people and not judge them. So, like some of these parents, they could be raising their kid in a certain way, but you can't judge them. Like, it's not your position to judge them. And so, there's a fine line, though, I think, having an opinion and having a judgment. I think there's a fine line. But, it's best to just err on the side of caution and try not to say anything at all. Maybe just keep your thoughts to yourself. But anyway, this is not what this is about. I didn't even mean to bring that up. So, I just think that, like, sometimes Christians, when people come to church, they, like, look down on them if they're kind of, like, dressed not the way that, in poor clothes, like, I'm not saying shorts and stuff like that, which, there are some ways that people dress, and I have a problem with some of the ways that people dress. But I don't mean, like, if they're coming in dirty clothes, they probably don't really have access to, so they're probably going to have dirty clothes. So I don't have a problem with that. Maybe they could get help from the church, then they would have more clothes or maybe better clothes. It's the church's job to help them, but they have to accept the help as well. But I just think that there are certain ways that people dress that they shouldn't dress the way that when they go to church. But I try to keep my opinion to myself because, I don't want to start a big deal because, that's not this. It's like there's so many rules, like, not, but there's guidelines because, if you have a problem with somebody, you can't just call them out on it in front of everybody. You need to come to them quietly, and maybe there's a way you can help them, but you can't treat them bad because they can't dress well or something like that, or they have dirty clothes. You need to accept them as they are. And so, when they're coming to church, they're coming to learn with their brain. They're not coming to have a social hour with, the high and la-ti-da people. They're coming to learn about God, and you should be happy about that because that's really, and that's kind of what he's saying here. Even people who are homosexuals, Christians believe that homosexuality is a sin, but that does not give you the right to treat them badly. Not at all. Because they are a creation of God. And, I do have my opinions of, like, I don't think they're born with it. But, that's my opinion. And I'm not going to treat them differently just because I believe differently than a lot of people. So, we need to treat them nicely. And then, let's say people who are rich, you need to treat them nicely. People are like, oh, rich, you are not going to heaven. So, well, there's no Bible about that, and that doesn't give you the right to treat them poorly. Thing in the Bible that says if these people are this way, you can treat them poorly. Bible that talks about that. So, and I am kind of rambling because I'm so tired, and I have my tea, and I'm having my tea. And so I know that I am kind of rambling, but I'm just trying to make the point that people need to stop being so oppositional and treating people bad, because people are people and you need to treat them with respect. So that is all I'm going to say. I'm just going to keep rambling. So, yes, that is all I'm going to say. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. I hope you will subscribe to my channel or maybe share something if you think. I am sorry that I am so tired, but I guess that is the way it is. I was late today. I was late because right after work I needed to go to Kroger because we ran out of bread. I needed a padded envelope, and I got hot chocolate, and I got something else. Yeah, because we were out of bread, and I need a padded envelope. Mail something to my aunt because she had a birthday. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.